Hey guys, so I just wanted to start a little process of training of how to start a job and how to finish a job. Be a little bit quick. There's a lot that's in the middle of the job that any interactions, any red flags, call the manager, get huddle up and create a solution before you take actions. Ideal process. There are a lot of things that could happen between here and there, but really you are the at the source of creating the solutions. So before the day starts, the day before, 3 days before, 5 days before, whenever this thing gets on the calendar, you should be really reviewing it and then red flagging it if you don't have all the information, asking questions for clarity, getting the material list, looking at the work order and comparing them and checking behind everybody else to make sure that under any circumstances you got a completely wrong list, you are at the source of making sure that it matches up with the work that you have to do, the time that it takes. Make sure that you're scheduled out for the proper tasks and time management, and any materials and tools. So if you need a rental, if you need something you normally don't carry, you have to think about this entire work order, entire day for packing up properly. This is part of your responsibility. It has to happen the day before. So in the morning, you just get into the vehicle at 6:37, whenever your scheduled time is, and you just leave. You don't have to wake up and say, what am I doing today? Oh man, I got to go over here and pick up material. Ideally, you would have all that stuff planned out and logistically sound prior to, and then we just hit the ground running. So have all those things mapped out, planned out, ironed out. Make sure that you red flag the salesman and the manager for anything that is off or potential. Pack up extra. Always be planning for things that are potential variables, and then see if we can just grab an extra B elbow. But you have to make sure on the back end that if you grab extra stuff, that you have to take it back. You can't just throw it in the shed and walk away like it's not your responsibility anymore. Take some ownership and some pride in saving money. If we're not installing the material, we don't need to keep it nice, return it. So that's about packing up. And also, when you're packing up, don't slam things, keep the material nice. So that's a lot of the problem that we've had in the past is material, and then we can't return it because it's got dents in it or whatever, the scratches. So once you get packed up, you check your work order, you know exactly what you're doing, you've walked through all of these things, the expectations are really ironed out. Maybe even call the customer, get creative, do it like there's no tomorrow. Like, you have to get it done the right way. You have to have enough time. Is it going to rain? You got to monitor all the factors and own the position of it being you being at the source of getting this thing properly processed. So once you show up, you park street side, ideally somewhere where you can print or work your entire job, and you don't need to move again. And you have to park street side because you can't go with oncoming traffic and you'll get a ticket. So you both need to go, or all three of you need to go and do the $1 million walk around. Now, we call it $1 million walk around because if you put a downspout somewhere it's not supposed to be, and you're putting holes in people's $1 million house, then it's costing us a lot of money. So we want to treat it like it's worth $1 million. So we go around, and if you can't do the $1 million walk around, then it really hinders the expectations because you don't know what they're going to expect. So this is more like a discovery. Like, hey, exactly what are you expecting? And then they walk you around and tell you, and then you confirm, hey, downspout right here. Like, it has to be that clear. Oh yeah, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Like, no, 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 no. Get your shoes on. Come on, let's go. Please. You're gonna want to have done this if we don't do it. Please come show and tell, you know? They show you what they're expecting, you clarify it, you get like, there is no black and white variables. Like, it is right here, right here, right here, this and this, or that and that. Okay, this and that. Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Let's take care of business. But until you get that clarity, you don't know what it is, so you have to nail it down. So we are going to demand that our customers have to meet us there for at least the walk around. In between that time, that's the work order. You guys figure that out. I'm not going to micromanage you or tell you how to do a downspout. There's 3-4 different ways that I know of, and there's probably more. So it doesn't really matter. Symmetrical, no dents, free of any scratches, immaculate, no roller marks, no fingerprints. Everything's flowing to the downspout. Downspouts are straight up and down, or as they're designed for their proper flow. You guys know what these things should look like. And if you don't, then reference them. Then ask for clarity. There's plenty of resources for that. The next one is, once you complete the work order, you should have all of the tools where they go in the truck when you get to the job site, because you don't want to be taking your time on credit. If it goes in the bin, then take the extra 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, 30 seconds, and go put it in the bin, because when you need it and it's not in there, and then you're searching around, and then it takes you 5 minutes the next day when you need it, and then you do that 4 times throughout the day, and all of your momentum, all of your energy is drained, spent on things that are not moving you in the proper direction, stifling you, hindering your rhythm. So put things where they go, expectations are hit, and then rhythms are built, synergy is mastered, and then you guys checks are out of the water. So once you get complete, you set your truck up properly, because you're marketing while you're out there. You're putting all your trash right, and it doesn't touch the floor. You have a clean environment. You don't have scrap falling everywhere. When you open the truck, it looks immaculate. Think about a guy that goes to car shows and he polishes his Porsche or his 911. So he has a garage set up a certain way. Like, these are people that like nice things, so they want to see us showing up presentable. So have your shirt nice, be dressed properly, where yes, you're a gutter guy, but you're also a professional, so treat it as so. And people will treat you the way that you treat yourself and how you present yourself. So when you go and approach them, when you're complete, is you say, okay, it's time for show and tell on our side. Okay, this is what you wanted, this is what we did. Boom, 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 boom. You go around the whole job. They say, okay, this and that. Hey, go get the ladder, fix it, address any concerns right there on the spot. Maybe do, like, if you fix a piece of siding, or you did this, or if this one was really hard, say something about it. You want them to know how much care you took on their job. And then once they're done, you have to ask if they will leave a review. How do we do? Would you leave a review for us on Google? Google is the best thing you could do for us. And then ask, would they be available for a picture? If they are receptive to a picture, then take it one step further. Like, well, really, we would love a video. If you would just say a few words for us, could you do that? And then they'll be like, yeah, for sure. And then you put your phone on selfie mode with them in the background and say, hey, how do we do? And then let them riff and shut up for a second, 30 seconds, 15, 30 seconds, whatever. And then we can cut that up and clip it. If not, then just take the selfie in front of the truck, in front of the gutters, in front of their dog, whatever, and make it personable. Just be a neighbor, you know, like that's really that's what it's about, is like integrating and having fun with the people, doing a great job, immaculate, and really serving others. So if we can hit all those points, ask for the review, get the evidence of some kind of documentation of us being there with them, and selfie mode really helps out most, rather than videoing just them. You in the video helps out a lot. It makes it real, right? So those things, and then asking for payment. If they pay cash, then you are to write cash on a piece of paper with the cash and the number of cash, and then take a picture and upload it into the job. If they take a check, take a picture of the check and upload it into the job. If they pay a credit card, it'll automatically show up in the system. And if they do financing, then that's going to be done through the office anyway, so just don't do anything with it. So those are the 4 different options, but those need to be documented so that we can see who paid, when, how, and between the time. Don't close it. Don't mark it as paid, but I need those pictures uploaded so that we know who paid, what, when, how, and then we got to track it, because you guys don't do that. Because when we're in the office, when we're tracking the checks after they're processed into whoever's documenting them, depositing them, then from there we'll close the jobs. Once the cash is received, there the job is closed, or the payment is processed, and then we can send the paid in full invoices to the customer. So you can tell them, once I get this turned in to my manager, he can verify that it's been closed, and then he'll send you the invoice tonight, this afternoon, whatever. So that way you guys know what happens, and if they ask for a paid in full invoice, right then say, hey, I'm gonna upload this, I'm gonna send this to my manager, but I really have to turn this in this afternoon, and then that's when the invoices paid in full get sent out. So once you guys do that, you should ask for your name in the review. You might want to mention the review a few times throughout the job. Like, hey, maybe in the beginning, hey, if we do a good job, would it be fair to share a review? And you could be gearing them up for that. Like, hey, are you cool with pictures? You might even be videotaping them, doing the walk around, just so you can have that documentation, and then you can get another video of, like, get creative. The more content that we have, the more documentation that we have, the better presence that we have on social media, the bigger the company gets, and then the more fun that you guys have at it. So if you're not having fun with video, I get it. It's not for everyone, but if you are more receptive to it, then it is better for everyone, including you. And then you can gear that relationship up to get more tips. You can do extra, odd things. You're already up on a ladder, go inspect the roof. And that's really what it's about, is going over and beyond and over delivering, so that our customers have such an amazing experience that we walk away with a review with somebody's name in it, so it makes it real, and then some content to branch onto our next customer, and hopefully a referral from that same customer. So that's something that you could ask for too. So keep that in mind, that like they know their neighbors. Like, start looking around. The 40 neighbors next to them are opportunities for you guys to go and double dip. You guys know how to do sales. You know how to read a blueprint. You know how to create a blueprint. You guys know how to design the system so that it works properly. And then you can upsell based off of drainage and different things that they're going to need to make sure that it works. So you guys got this. Till next time.